We continue to welcome you until you do your matriculation. Then you now become bona fide student of FUNAB. You have been hearing so many things. Now I want to tell you one important thing. I know you've been here. Somebody must have told you. The essence of today, especially today's orientation, today's program, today's topic, is to guide you, to help you on things that you need to know that will help you to finish well with FUNAB. Very, very important. You must know, because if care is not taken, you'll be carried away, and we don't want that. Please welcome the Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Dr. So please, we don't want you to fail. We want you to finish. Not just to finish, we want you to finish well. That is why we are bringing these topics to you. You will notice that you are grouped into two today. We want to be sure that there is no distraction, that you are able to listen and achieve something today. So the first thing I want you to do here now is to switch off your phone or put it in silence and we guide you on what to do so as to finish well with FUNAB. Everybody do like this. Let me see your hand like this. Wave your hand, wave your hand. Okay. You see that hand you are waving? Whatever you finish with in FUNAB is in that hand. You are the determinant of your success here in FUNAB. If you finish with first class, it's in your hand. If your own will be 2-1, it's in your hand. If you are going to finish with third class or ordinary pass, it's in your hand. And I want to believe that all of us here will desire first class. Am I right? How many of us want to finish with first class? All of us. Fine. But you must know one thing, that it is not by your desire. You will not achieve first class. If you want to jot things down, and go back to your old selves and start working on what you are going to hear today. Number one thing that you must know is that you have to set goal for yourself. Set goal. Sit down. Write your goals down. What do I want to finish with? You must write it down. Then you now go to things that you need to do to achieve that grade that you desire. You write them down, you place them where you see them regularly. Almost every morning before you leave your hostel, you look at your goal. Okay, this is my desire. So when you have this goal, the next thing you must do is have a timetable. What do I call it? A day. Not time to do my personal study alone. It's not just the time to do, okay, I want to be studying 2 courses in a day on my own. No, it's more than that. It means that the time to eat your breakfast, time to do your personal studies, time to go for lectures must be in your personal timetable. Every hour of the day, you account for it in your personal timetable. It must be there. So you must have no free time. What do you have on Wednesday? My Wednesday is free. I don't have lectures on Wednesday. You don't have free time. There is nothing like free. From the beginning of your semester to the last day of your semester, you don't have any free time. Everything must be accounted for. Even time to play, it should be your timetable. Today I want to go to sports center. Wednesday, all lectures ends by 1 p.m. Okay, from 1 p.m. I want to go to sports center. It must be your personal timetable. If care is not taken, if you don't do that, you will just notice that you will spend time doing nothing. Now, the 24 hours that we must put in our timetable, we are going to analyze things that are that must be there here now. 24 hours. Your lectures is 9 is how many hours a day? 9 hours. Am I right? 9 hours lectures every day. So you must fix the 9 hours. So now this morning I have lectures 9 to 6 p.m. It must be your timetable. You fix it. I know that it is not every day that you have 9 to 6 p.m. lectures. But let's just assume it is 9 to 6 p.m. every day. Now, personal studies. You are expected to study 30 hours in a week. How many hours a week? You are expected to study. Now, add 5 hours for your personal study, 29 hours lecture. That gives you how many hours? 5 plus 9 gives you 14 hours, right? Remove it from 24 hours. You have 8 hours left. Now, you are expected to sleep minimum of 5 hours. You need your sleep. I cannot sleep 5 hours, so you must sleep. And that will tell you that you don't have lots of time for film, game, pressing phone. You don't have time for it. By the time you press your phone 1 hour a day, know that you are already causing problems for yourself. So you are expected to, you know that you must sleep to help yourself. Your brain is that you must sleep well. Minimum of 5 hours. Add it to the 40 hours you have before. Maybe how many hours? 19 hours. Now, I've mentioned lectures, I've mentioned personal studies, and I've mentioned sleeping time. We call it core 3 things you must do in a day. Core 3 things you must do in a day. Now, the 5 hours is now left for every other thing. You want to eat, you want to wash, you want to tidy up, you want to play, you have everything should not exceed 5 hours to help yourself. So if you now want to do the overnight 3 hours, where do you do that in your timetable? So it is not at the end of the semester that you now be reading your salary. So your reading starts now, and your time management starts when? Now. Everybody say now. Now. Your time management starts now. Let me tell you, before you know it, exam will be at the corner. Before you know it, just next week is lecture week, and after that is exam. So you don't have time. Don't ever assume or think that we are just resuming. Your personal studies should start from now. Today. If you have not been reading, go and start now. You start with your personal timetable. If you need a copy of 24 hours timetable, you can see us at Saturday evening or your mother. We give you a copy. You can even maybe send a copy, some copy to your platform, so you can print it out and do it. Now, another thing you must know in picking your personal timetable is that the courses you have to read every day. Now, let me say this. It is not compulsory to sit down for 5 hours and go. No, you don't have to do that. You can do 12 hours in the morning. You can say, okay, from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I will do personal studies. You do that 2 hours in the morning. It might be your free time in the afternoon. You fix another 1 hour. You might try to go to library for another 2 hours. Just know that every hour of the day you are accounting for it. Now, to now know how to fix the courses you have to study every day in your personal timetable, you must consider some. Let me use as an example. When you were in secondary school, mathematics, almost every day, right? I mean, mathematics is considered to be a physical subject. You force school to do every day. It's not a piece of school that not a piece of Fridays. That's it. Because number one, mathematics they believe that you must be telling the money when your brain is still still be fresh. When you are fixing your personal timetable, you have to consider all these things. There are some courses that will be proving difficult. Man, there's for you very much. Always appreciate people that are coming out here. Thank you. Yes. Example, I use something to illustrate how you can fix your timetable. Who can tell me? How mathematics is fixed in your secondary school? You remember now? My gifts are here, oh, don't worry. As many that will answer questions, you have a gift here today. So please, time management is very, very important. But before I go on, attendance will soon get to you. Please, in the attendance, take note of your number. Now, the number you are taking down today is the number, it will be your file number. Take note of the page number. The page number, that page number is referred to as volume. And the number, your number where you are writing your name, that will be your file number with counseling unit. Write it down. If you don't have that number, if you don't write it down, you are going to repeat this session. So please take note of it. Write it somewhere where you will not lose it. So I want to continue with the time management. The time management is very, very important because your success in FUNAB and time management goes together. How you can manage your time will determine your success in FUNAB. That is why you cannot joke with it. You cannot joke with it. You can't afford to be doing follow. I know she mentioned it today. You can't be doing, it's not everything others are doing that you can do. You must understand yourself. I will get to that. So you must know the importance of time management. You must be able to manage your time very, very well. Now, I've told you that in fixing your personal timetable, you must consider courses that are proving difficult and you put them often in your timetable. Another thing where I saw was you must consider the courses you are having ahead and the courses you have just learned. I was telling you that psychologists, researchers, in their research, they came up with the fact that if you want to master any new thing you learn, you must go over it within 24 hours. You want to master whatever you have learned, any note in class, make sure you read over within 24 hours. It's going to help you to master whatever you have learned. The longer it takes before you go over your notes, the more you will have forgotten what you have learned. So to remember things that you learn, make sure you go over it within how many hours? Within 24 hours. Go over your notes. In other words, you cannot note. Everything you learn every day, you must read. You must read each of your courses at least twice a week. The first time will be within 24 hours. Then you must have another time that you go over it within that week. If you really want to master what you are learning. Let me tell you, we still get there. This memory that is your tool in FUNAB. Because without your memory, you cannot be here. Your memory is very, very important. This memory has a way it functions, and there is nothing anybody can do to that. You cannot force your memory to function the way you want it. We are all created by God, and God has done it in a way that there is nothing we can do to it. For your memory to function well, you must understand that it's in 3 stages. We have a sensory memory, we have short-term memory, and we have long-term memory. Now, your sensory memory, as you are listening to me now, your sensory memory is active. It's active because that is what is listening to me, and that one makes use of your attention. So your sensory memory makes use of what? Your attention. Wherever you have your attention, it is where your memory will be working on. As you are looking at me now, some of us, you are looking at me, but your mind is not with me. Your mind is not here. Your memory is working on where you have your mind. It explains why students will be in class and will not gain anything in that class. If you want to help yourself, you want to succeed very well in now, make sure you have your attention with you in your lecture rooms. When your lecturer is talking, discipline yourself not to be pressing phone in class. You are in higher institution now. Nobody will be chasing you here and there not to press phone. It is only here. We counselors, I will tell you, switch off your phone, listen to us. Because we want to tell you, we want to pass it across to you that as you are here, your phone, pressing your phone in class will not help you at all. So please, discipline yourself. Tell yourself, why anytime the lecturer is in class, I will not make use of my phone. Your memory cannot be short-term memory. What do I call it? I hope you are listening. My questions are coming. The short-term memory. This one, all these things we are talking about takes seconds, 4 seconds. Before you know it, it transfers to the short-term memory. It's analyzing. That's why, as I'm talking to you, you can understand what I'm saying. Your memory is at work. Now, from the short-term memory now, what did I call the last memory? Long-term memory. Now, this is where this is where it gets interesting, because from sensory memory to the short term, that one is automatic. It will be transferred there. But to get to the permanent memory, you are the only one that can move whatever you have learned to the permanent memory. And you know one thing, until you move what you have learned to the permanent memory, you cannot say that learning has taken place. If you want learning to say, okay, you have learned something new, your learning has been taking place, and you are sure that when the exam comes, you'll be able to answer questions in the exam, you must move everything you have learned to the permanent memory. It is not about reading everything. Students will tell us, I made sure I read everything. How did you read everything? I will tell you how to move what you have learned to the permanent memory. If you don't do it that way, all you just did is reading. Reading without taking the content to the permanent memory. So how do you now take it to the permanent memory? You must know that you need constant reading. What do I call it? What do I call it? Constant reading. And you read at least twice a week. Each of your courses, you go over them twice a week, because that is the only way that you can move the content to the permanent memory, and it is that permanent memory you need when exam comes. So you are the only one that can move, that can work on your permanent memory. You are the only one. Nobody will do that for you. No amount of lectures. You might be attending lectures. If you don't move what you have learned in that class to the permanent memory, it might not be useful to you when exam comes. The way it works, not that maybe we have 1 week lecture free. That lecture free, now I will read everything. I will read over everything. Now, if you read them a week to the lecture, the exams, will you have time to read over and over? You won't have time to read over and over. And without reading over and over, the thing will just stay there in the short-term memory. And believe you me, it is called short-term memory because it fades away. Before you know it, it remains half of what you have learned. Before you know it, the more time it takes, the more what you put in short-term memory reduces. So before you know it, if care is not taken, you won't have anything in your memory again. So you don't leave it in short-term memory. You must move whatever you have learned to the what? Permanent memory. Very, very important. All these things, there is no shortcut to it. That's the unfortunate thing. There is no shortcut to it. I don't have time. That one will not take what you are learning to the permanent memory. That's why we started with goal setting and time management. You must have that time. Everybody has 24 hours. If some students will make first class, you will not have any excuse not to make first class. All of you here can make first class. Nobody will deny you. So you don't have any excuse. That's why I ask you to wave that to your hand. Whatever you are going to finish with now is in that hand. I hope you understand. Another thing you must know that will be very, very good for you in fixing your timetable is to understand yourself. Understand your level of IQ. Know who you are. Know yourself. We are all unique human beings. We are all unique. The way A will read and assimilate will be different from the way B will read and assimilate. Some of us, once we read, we understand immediately and we grab it immediately. Some of us, we will have to read 2-3 times before we understand what we are reading. We are not a dollar. In fact, if you are a dollar, you will not be in Funab. So nobody is a dollar. You just have to understand yourself. If you have to read 10 times, create time to read 10 times. Just make sure that you yourself. Everybody, they should start going for night class. It's not everybody that can go to night class. But what you must make sure is that you are reading. I always use 2 students as an example. I have one student, he finished here with 4 point something. That student will tell me, I don't go to library. She said, anytime she enters library like this, within 30 minutes she will sleep off. She said, it's just too quiet for her. She prefers to stay in her room, and she studies statistics. She prefers to stay in her room where they will be making noise and that. But that one keeps her away, and she just be doing her calculations there. Have I said that use of library is bad? Have I said that? I'm not saying that you should not go to library. I am telling you here that you must understand yourself. At the end of the day, the lady finished with 4 point something. She's doing her PhD at UI now. Now, another student, the second student that I used to, please let your attention be here. Remember your memory. Let your attention be with me here. Another lady, the lady said, apart from her hostel, our second room is library. But our own problem is that she cannot read at night. If she reads at night, the second day like this, no lecture, she will sleep throughout in class. She was able to understand herself, and because of that, she knows that latest 10 p.m. she must be snoring. She will sleep by 10 and she will tell me, I don't go with night. I don't wake up before 6 a.m. But she also finished with 4 points. Because once she's free in the class, you will see her in the library. You can't see her library, class, hostel. How do you see her any other places apart from those things? She was able to finish with. What I'm saying here is that know yourself. Understand yourself. Know what is good for you. If you can do that, then you'll be able to help yourself. Your partner, your friend, your roommate might not be, it might not be the same thing that is applicable to the two of you. And that does not mean that you'll not be friends again. Just know that when it comes to your academics, it doesn't have to be the way your friends are doing it. I hope you are getting me. It doesn't have to be the way your friends are doing it. When you need to say no, you must learn to say no. I mentioned that day before yesterday. Where you need to say no, you must say what? You must say no and you stand by your no. So you must understand yourself. So you must understand yourself. Now, there are other things that you must know. For example, you must know that there are techniques in study. When it has to do with, when we are talking of study habits, you must have one. You don't just, actually, I used to read when I was in secondary school now. No. You don't rely on that. There is something, a technique that researchers, psychologists has worked on, and they came out with this result that is working very, very well. We've given it to many students, they've used it, and we have testimony on it that it's really, really working. Please, if you will not gain anything as I'm talking, make sure you gain how to study well. SQRRR is the study technique I'm talking about now. SQ3R. SQRRR is the study technique we are talking about now. The S, what does the S stand for? The S stands for survey. What do I call it? Survey. The S stands for survey. It means that when you have your materials, mind you, when you want to study, you must have a place to study, a good place to do your studies. Now, having gotten a good place to study, have everything you need. You don't distract yourself when you want to study. What do I mean? You know you will need pencil, you will need eraser, you will need ruler. Not that after reading a page, you now need a pencil. You will go and look for pencil, you come back, you sit down again. You remember that, I don't have cleaner, I need cleaner now. You now go for cleaner. No, you will distract yourself by doing that. So you must have everything needed, set, ready for your study. Now you now sit down. Now you now take your course material. Everything you want to study, you go through it. You flip through. Just familiarize yourself. At that time, you are not doing serious. This question. What do I call the key? Question. So you now bring out your jotter and your pen and set questions for yourself. The questions that you will answer after reading. That time you have not done reading. You've not done with your reading. You've not even started. But you set questions ahead. You use the topic, the subtopics, things you have, content of that, your manual. You use it to set questions for yourself, starting from the front page to the last page you want to cover. Now, after you have done that, you will now place the question, you keep the question somewhere. You now start with the first R. And the first R is reading. What do I call the first R? I can't hear. Reading. Then you now start proper reading. You read to understand. You use every means, every method you know how to use to understand and to make sure that you assimilate what you are reading. So you read using acronyms, many things you can use. You know, all these mnemonics, acronyms, you use everything to understand and not to forget what you have read. For example, your Mr. Najadi in secondary school, you remember that? Mr. Najadi in secondary school. Charity. Under which topic is that one? So you do the same thing for when you are reading too. You form acronyms to remember things. You use mnemonics. You make use of cards. You put them in cards. Things that you know to take along with you when you are walking, when you are in car, and all that, so that you remind yourself what you have learned. Anything you can do to aid your reading, to make you understand what you are reading, and to make you assimilate, to make you get it, move it to the permanent memory, you must do it. So when you have now done that, you go to the next R, and that R is recite. What do I call that? Me go recite. It is during recite that you now bring out your questions, the questions you set for yourself. You now answer the question as if you are writing exams. At that time, you are not looking at your notebook, you are not answering as many things you can remember. You answer it. Then when you have done that, you go to the last R. What is the last R? The last R is review. What do I call it? Review. So what do you do under review? You now bring out your course material, then mark your answers. The answers that you have written down, you now mark it under review. You will now discover that by the time you are using this method, the first time, you might not score more than 40%. But one thing is, by the time you are reading that course again and use that method again, you will discover that the more you do it, the the better your score will be. That's one thing, and it helps our memory too. It helps you to read over and over. Look at it. By the time when you are doing survey, you are doing partial reading, you set questions for yourself. Can you set questions without reading? No, you will have read while you are setting questions for yourself. Then you do proper reading, you do recite, you review. By the time you do all these things, you move what you have learned to the permanent memory. Do it twice a week. There is no way you will not pass that course with distinction. So you must. No, I'm coming back to it. So SQ3R, I'm coming back to it. Maybe that's where I'm going to give all my gifts today because it's very, very important. The SQ3 are very, very important. It helps our memory. It helps to move what you have learned to the permanent memory. Now, before I go, I've been talking on all you have to do, all the do's before, so that you can make it. We have do's and we have don'ts. There are some things that you don't do to finish well. Before I go to the don'ts, I want to test us on our do's. Now, the first thing I mentioned here, I want somebody to boldly stand up. If you are not bold, if you can't remember very well, just stand up. If you know you can remember, the first thing I said is the most important thing you must do as you are here in Funab. I want you will come up here, come and tell us. If you know it, come up. The first person to come up and tell us. Oh yeah. Oh yeah now. Oh yeah, come in. Come up. Yes, come and take the mic. Or can we have second mic? Please give it to him. Let him tell us the first thing that I mentioned when I got here. Let's give it to him, please. Clap for him.
Good afternoon. Everyone. My name is Wari. You thought you have to set goals.
I said goal. You must set goal for yourself. At least say something. What do I say under the goal?
You must know what you are doing.
First is that in our hands. If we want first class in our hands, if we want second class in our hands, and if we want pass, it's also in our hands.
Setting goals and time management. I don't say something older than you. Explain it. I want someone that can tell me something that you don't know setting goals.
I explained to you how you should set the goal now. I explained it. Yeah.
Ask us to have our plan over our goals, like what you want to do, what you want to achieve. It's not about just deciding it, but you have plan on working towards it. It's not just like you desire it.
There's something I'm looking for. Something I'm looking for that I mentioned under that goal. Yes, Alaja, come please, be fast. There's something I'm looking for. None of you have mentioned it. I said it that you must do something with that goal. Not just having it.
Set our goals by setting timetable, our personal timetable for making to read for at least.
Don't just have your phone in your mind. Do what? Oh yeah, go. After this cue, write it down. Place it where you see it. No, write it down. Write it out. Place it where you see it. Remind yourself with it every time. Thank you very much. Yes. Time management. Time management. I explain how important our time management is. Who can remind us how many hours is expected of us to study in a week? Okay? Oh, that one. that one is a non-general answer. 30 hours, right? Okay, don't worry, I will bring another one. That. Okay, SQ3R. I just finished with that. Who can come and explain, tell us the meaning of SQ3R? Somebody? Yes? SQRRR. You tell us the meaning of SQRRR.
Before you do anything, you bring your materials to your table, your pen, your ruler, everything you need, so as not to distract yourself. So, you go through your materials.
And that one is what? Going through material is what?
You survey through it.
That's what?
Not reading, but you just go through it to look at the content, the subtopic, the topic. Then you set a question for yourself. You set a question based on the material you want to read. Okay, S is for survey, Q is for question, R is for review.
Another person.
Is for question. R is for reasoning.
Oh yeah, look at it.
S is for question. How is for reading. And the second how is for recite. And the third how is for review.
Clap for him. Go to 3 stages of memory. 2 boys, 2 girls. Please come out. The first 2 boys, the first 2 girls. Don't complete again, please. Allow others, please. You just answer one now. Okay, you did not get it. The first 2 to come. Okay? Here is our mic. Give it to them. Face them, but you are telling your colleagues. Stages of memory.
First thing, can you hear me?
You can't use it.
Okay. Can you hear me now? The 3 stages of memory. The first one is the
We have the sensory memory.
Can you hear me, please?
Sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory.
Brief explanation now. You must give us. Yes, brief explanation. Brief explanation. Yes, that's the most important.
The first one, the sensory memory. The sensory memory helps to, like, if you are able to assimilate, like to listen to what is being explained or to listen to what you read, then you will be able to, like, due to your attention, like the sensory memory works with mind and attention. So with that, at least you work in your head and know what you have read or listened to. So that takes you to the second stage, which is the short-term memory. So the short-term memory helps you to what? Understand and know what you have listened to or read. So by this, you are able to have what you have listened to within a short period of time. So lastly is the permanent memory. If you are able to show up interest in what you have listened to, so you'll be able to have what you read for a long period of time and be able to present when it is needed.
What you have to say that you have not said.
Okay, I can explain long term. So,
Use your mic and face them.
like I said, after
You say your own. Just say your own.
starting from the sensory memory, that works into attention. Just like
Use your mic, please.
if your mind is here, what we are seeing here now will be recorded in your brain. You remember because your attention is there. That's the sensory memory. So from there, move to your short-term memory. You can briefly, for the first 10-20 minutes, you will remember what we are discussing here. Even when you go back to your hotel, you might still remember. Those are short-term. But you will notice that by tomorrow, what we discussed, you have forgotten. Why? Because it's your short-term. But if you write it down, you read, you go back to it, you now transfer to the last memory, which is your what? Long-term memory. So once you keep that information in your long-term memory, no matter how long, you will still what? Remember. I'm very sure that almost everyone of us here remember our A to Z, isn't it? Why? Because of it is something that we did constant, so it is in our long-term memory. No matter the amount of time, we will still what?
As they said, when you receive the information, sensory memory, the first set of members, you have the sensory memory, the short-term memory, and the long-term memory. So the sensory memory makes use of our attention and our mind. So from the short-term, from the sensory memory, information are sent to the short-term memory. Information are sent to the short-term memory.
Do you have this for you? Can you put something?
We are supposed to have given this guy gifts, but we are not going to give him. I will tell you why. You know, yesterday, while the facilitator was speaking, the head of counseling, he told you about dressing, right? And we don't take it for granted in Funab. I get to be wearing slippers to any occasion. We told you yesterday, I'm surprised that she has not even seen this shoe. By now she should have seen that shoe. Funab is a place for discipline. We don't take it for granted. Okay? And so if we have won the prize, but for us not to have seen this shoe, we will give you the prize. We will give it to somebody else. So thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye. You too, you can see. You see this one. We don't take it. Yes. Who's putting the jewelries around? So for guys, that's not what you are taught. Is that what you told them, that guys can wear jewelries? They are for guys. Look, guys should not wear any jewelry. Jewelries are meant for ladies. Nobody asks that guys should wear jewelry. If you are married like me now, you can wear it. This is for married men, not for guys. Please, don't argue with us. Our rules, don't wear jewelry. It's not meant for guys. If I see it with you, I will seize your ID card. I will take you out of the school. Your name is still written in pencil. We will seize your admission. Okay? It's not meant for this school. We said it. You don't dread your hair as a guy. You don't put jewelry as a guy. Even long fingernails, we said so. And let me tell you, this is one thing that some of you will cost you your exams. Because at the point of exam, you know, you are not in contact with your lecturers now. At the point of exam, they are going to check you in. As they are checking you in, they see your long finger, they ask you to bite it off and cut it with your teeth. Some of you will say, I put it, but when I cannot remove it. You won't enter the exam hall. And once it is 30 minutes after the exam, nobody will allow you to fail the exam. So there are things you must take into cognizance, etiquette of exam before you go to exam. You know why the teacher was saying yesterday? He doesn't have time to say that. I was one time to take chairman. If you carry slippers like this, they will send you out. A slipper that does not have a buckle, they will send you back to go and change it. Personally, I myself, I will seize it. And once I seize it, I will not give it to you again. You will go back with your leg. If you are coming from town, that's how you will go back with your town. But I'm sure some of you would have started seeing our symbol outside, the dressing code, and you see the slippers. It's not allowed. You see, we cross it that way. And we are saying it because that's why we are giving orientation. And this your dressing, show me your body, we don't tolerate that. We are not going to allow that in Funab. It's part of our dressing code. I'm sure by the time you go, they're going to teach you. And that's why you are not going to give me prize again. Bye-bye. God bless you. My sister, she would have won the prize. I like her confidence, but she's too shy to answer questions. God bless you. Bye-bye. You've not said anything. Did you try? Yes, you said something. and let's give these two opportunity. If she can say good and fine, we'll give her the prize. But that's what we call elimination by substitution. I mean, we've eliminated some people because they would have won the prize, but for something that they did not do, we're not going to give them the prize. So, answer the answer, there's good and fine, you will win the prize, we'll give you the prize.
So we have the century-term memory and the long-term memory and the permanent memory. So for that century memory, it's the one that works with the mind. So for that long-term memory, it's just like maybe examples of your environment, something that you can use to remember for at least like 2 to 3 hours. But for that permanent memory, the SQ and RRR is also effective for that permanent memory to be able to remember very effectively well. And if you apply that SQ, RRR to that permanent memory, it will stick in your mind and you'll be able to remember during the exam. Thank you.
No, I'm not satisfied at all. I can tell you that. Because there are key words that I was looking for. All of you mentioned about sensory memory, mind, attention, where you have your attention. Like some of you now, some of you are sitting some things under the table. And that's one thing about your memory. Wherever you have your attention is where your mind is. If your mind is under the table, it means your memory is where? Under the table at that time. All of you got that. But reading over and over, constant rehearsal for permanent memory, nobody mentioned it. Nobody. But clap for them. Thank you very much. Please don't forget, constant rehearsal. Reading over and over, reading your notes over and over. Now, those are do's. I told you I want to go to don'ts. Please. The do's are very, very important. The same thing with the don'ts. If you want to say do's are important, the don'ts are very, very important too. The number one don't that university will not tolerate from you is examination malpractice. Tell your neighbor, don't do examination malpractice in FUNAB. Please tell your neighbor. I can't hear you also. Tell your neighbor, don't do examination malpractice in FUNAB. UNAB has zero tolerance for it. Zero tolerance. If you are caught the fourth time, you will go home for 2 semesters. It means you are losing a session. You cannot graduate when your colleagues are graduating. The second time is bye-bye to FUNAB. No third chance. It's only second chance. So please don't do it. UNAB has zero tolerance for it. In the past, there is nothing like a second offender. It used to be the first time you are caught, you are going home. But now, you have second chance. But that second chance is not without penalty. You will go home for 2 semesters. Don't do it. That is why we started with tools. How to study effectively. Things that will help you not to think of exam malpractice. Things that will help you to study well. It will help you not to think of exam malpractice. You can study well and you have boldness to enter into the exam hall without thinking of going in with microchips. So you have reasons to go in with microchips. And you know, most of them, you know, all these, now these days is smartphones. It's not allowed. That's why your exam hall, smartphones are not allowed. Your phones are not allowed into the examination hall. And you must abide. It's in our rules and regulations. You cannot use phone. No. There's nothing like, I don't want them to steal my phone and I put it in my pocket. I'm not using it. Whether you are using it or not, you are not to bring in phone, not smartwatch into the exam. Once we see it with you, you will face SDC, Student Disciplinary Committee. And I want to tell you is don't plan, don't pray to see them. So please beware. Keep your phone in your hostels, or the SUG, they have places now where they organize for you guys to put your things when you want to go for the exam. They can still don't think that somebody will be watching your back for you at the entrance of the hall. Valuable things, keep them in your hostels. Keep them in your hostels. So don't, but one thing is that it will not be an excuse to bring them into the exam hall. That is it. We now buy zero tolerance for examination malpractice. Another one is the one we cannot overemphasize. Indecent dressing. You now buy zero tolerance for indecent dressing. You must have been seeing banners everywhere. We have banners of what we don't want everywhere. Every local kind of now. We have it there. We don't want rubber slippers at all. Don't wear it. We don't want knicker. Guys, ladies, so don't wear knickers on campus. Even if you stay in the school hostel, once you are coming out of your hostel like this, you don't come out with rubber slippers, you don't come out with knickers during working hours. Do you understand that now? Indecent dressing, all this, I've been seeing many ladies with colored ribbon. It is not allowed in FUNAB. We don't take colored ribbon. No colored ribbon. Please take note of all the banners you are seeing around on indecent dressing. All this, what do you call this, mini skirts that you used to wear. And this blouse that will be showing your tummy, your navel. Ladies, they are not allowed. We don't dress like that in FUNAB. All these ones that will show out everything you have your chest. Your chest needs to be covered. Your chest must be covered either for you ladies or male or female. Yes, but guys, you are not allowed to unbutton your shirt. You dress well, you dress properly. I know she must have shown you pictures of what you want with your dressing. So please dress well if done. Dress like undergraduate student, not like Okada rider outside there. Dress like undergraduate students. Dress well. Be corporate. We want is sandal. It might be rubber sandal. But slippers is no. You don't want slippers. So, and guys, all this your dreadlock is not allowed here. Your hair must not be bushy and you must not be with dreadlock. So you must make sure your hair, you comb it very well every time. And this multiple earrings is not allowed. Nose ring is not allowed at all. Nose ring is not allowed. Multiple earring is not allowed. Simple, moderate earring, just one, allowed. Off shoulder clothes, shoulder revealing your back, all these things, clothes revealing your back, they are not allowed. Please take note of that. Cultism, in general, social vices. Social vices are not allowed in FUNAB. So what are these social vices? What are social vices? Practice, conduct, routine, commonly perceived, immoral, sinful, unlawful, insolent, unthinkable, degrading, deviant, or perverted in any given society. You can read it, you are reading it. This kind of behavior is not allowed in FUNAB. It's not allowed in FUNAB. We have so many things that cause it. You know, many things. From poverty, parental slackness. Some of us, we are not well guided by our parents, but we are not concerned with that now. What we know is that these vices we're talking about, this is types of the social vices we're talking about, they are not allowed in FUNAB. Cultism is not allowed. It's not allowed. Smoking is not allowed. You cannot smoke on campus. You cannot smoke in your hall of residence. It is not allowed. It is illegal. You will face student disciplinary committee if you try it. Gambling. Ajasare owó jóná. You know them. Bet Naija. All these things, you know them. Please, don't do them. They are not good for you. I used to say is that gambling has evil spirits behind it. We have cases of many students that have been caught up with this gambling. We have many students that gamble with their school fees. And if now, once you don't pay your school fees, you cannot write a student. So don't gamble. And the gambling now, you know, devil has his own way. It's so easy now, so simple. Your phones now, you don't have to go to any center before you gamble. You can gamble on your phone. Please be disciplined. Gambling is always easy to enter into, to practice. It is not always easy to stop it. So don't start it at all. Don't do it at all. Don't be tempted. Don't be deceived to start it. Don't be deceived to do it. Don't do it for the first time. It might not be easy. It might be very difficult for you to stop it. We've seen students that sold everything. His shirt, everything, his clothes, he sold everything to gamble. Don't do it. Offensive dressing, we can't overemphasize that. Substance abuse. Substance abuse. University has zero tolerance for it. Don't be deceived. Don't let anybody tell you that, you want to read well and assimilate. Take it, go. Take fish. They have different names. They call it, go. Please don't take it. Common paracetamol, don't abuse it. I don't want to sleep. You know, I mentioned to you, you need your sleep. What you need is time management. Manage your time well, and you will not be struggling not to sleep again. So don't take drug. Be careful, don't take drug. We have cases of students that ended up in psychiatric hospital because of drug. Don't take it. Don't take drug. It's not good for you. It cannot help you well. It cannot help you to finish well. If you want to finish well, run away from drugs. Don't take it. Hooliganism, thirdly, you now have zero tolerance for it. You are not allowed to fight in school. You cannot fight here. You cannot fight. You can't slap anybody. It is not allowed. You are not allowed to harass anybody. Not in the hall of your. If you fight in the hostel, you are leaving that hostel. It is not allowed. It is not allowed. It is not only exam malpractice that take students to student disciplinary committee. All these things I've mentioned, if you are caught with them, you will get, your case will get to student disciplinary committee. Examination malpractice, I've talked on that. Robbery, picking pockets. You want to go for 2 semesters or you want to say bye-bye to FUNAB. So that's the punishment. Harassment, I've mentioned that it is not allowed. Don't harass anybody and don't let them be harassed. Don't dress in a way that you'll be harassed. If you don't dress well, you'll be harassed. So don't say, well, I was going and he was harassing me. We look at the way you dress before we judge. Although you will face his own punishment, but you that dress indecently too, you face the consequence. Cybercrime, Yahoo dealings, is not allowed now. Raid and several other forms of criminal tendencies. You now have zero tolerance for them. We don't want them. We don't tolerate them. We don't tolerate them. So please, those are our don'ts. Don't do them. All these things, any of this one, will create problem for you. And I know that you don't pray for problem. Do you pray for yourself? Sorrow. You don't want problem. So we don't want to give you problem too. So please cooperate with us. And another important thing, beware of impersonators. Every year we see them impersonating or deceiving students. Every year. The first week of results in that session, we have 100 students that were duped on their platform. We tell you 5,000, you get 50,000, and students are giving money. One gave 5,000. They told them, give more. If you give more now, you get more. And he has not gotten anything from 5,000. No. He added 45 to it, making 50. He gave 50. We have cases of students being duped of their school fees. Pay your school fees yourself. You can use your phone to pay your school fees. Be careful. Don't let people dupe you. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. You should be wise. If you don't understand, go to people. Come to counseling unit at Unity Building Block B. Go to student affairs. Go to SUG office. Don't just listen to just anybody you don't know. Every year we see students being duped. Be duped. Be careful. Be very, very careful. If anybody should ask you, oh, I am the CSO of this university, and your everything with you, I'm going to change. That's when you yourself, you should always do the right thing. If you do the right thing, nobody will tell you to go and change or go and, if you want to drop anything, don't just drop under the tree or at the bus stop. Somebody is asking you to go back home and go and change. And you come back for your things. And you now leave it. I am a counselor. I am the CSO. You now come back, you go to CSO. My bag that I dropped with you when I was going. You're your own. So please, if anybody should meet you on the way and ask you, maybe when you don't do the right thing, and ask you to correct that thing you are doing, follow the person to his office. Ma, sir, can I follow you to your office, sir? Follow the person there. Know the office. Okay. And now that's my office. You see that blue, that brown dog? That's my office. There you go. So make sure you are sure that that office is the person's office. Do you understand that? Then, please, mannerism. We don't joke with it, we always appreciate it. One thing you should know is that you are an ambassador of your family. Represent family well here. Represent them well. Prove that you are from a good home. Show respect to ordinary cleaner in your colleges. Show respect to them. Respect them. Don't be rude to your lecturers. Some of us, a student will be rude in class. The teacher will ask the student to go out. We'll be clapping for the student and the student is going. What are we doing? Please, don't be rude in class. Show manners, show respect. Don't be rude to any lecturer. Don't create problem for yourself anytime, any day, anywhere. Represent your family well here on campus. Then there is this one, please. We want you to be your brother's keepers. You are here. We want you to be what? Goma, I still have my gifts, and I'm still, you don't know that I'm coming back to for question, don't. Please, man no was. Let me see his phone, but they're holding phone. Not, just hold it. You are allowed to see. Listen now, your phone, your memory is here now. If you press on, your memory is inside your phone. Is your memory inside your phone? About being your brother's keeper. There is something that was rampant some times ago. We thank God it's getting reduced now, but please, we don't want it at all again. And that is the suicide ideation. Please. There is no problem, no challenge that you might be facing that somebody else somewhere in life has not faced before. There is nothing that doesn't have a solution. If you have any challenge, feel free to come to student affairs, counseling unit. You will be heard. Even HOD, your departmental. One thing is, just look, there is always help. There is always a solution. Don't think of committing suicide. Don't think of committing suicide. One thing, there is a saying that says, tough time never lasts. Do you know that? Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. There is nothing you are passing through that will not come to an end. No, time will heal it. It will always surely come to an end. So please, and I will say that, be your brother's keeper. When you notice somebody is not not behaving well again, or he's being moody, you can see that this person, she's not here herself. Don't just keep quiet. It might be in your hostel, it might be in your classroom. Don't just keep quiet. Or you notice that the person is changing profile picture, putting funny things inside profile picture. There was a time a student just changed the profile picture to somebody standing in darkness. He was spending like this in darkness. He now lights a candle, puts a candle light in front of himself. You know, that is showing something, saying something. By the time he was questioned, it was discovered that he was passing through a difficult time. When you see things like that, it speaks volume. It's telling you that this person is not thinking right again. Please don't just keep quiet. You can go over to counseling again. Send message. If you don't want to be known, we will take it off from there. Just at least don't just keep quiet. Be your brother's keeper. So please, I want to ask us questions because we must make sure that we are gaining something. And it's time for us to go for our ICT training, getting to the time. So I want somebody to tell me 3 things, 3 don'ts that I've mentioned here. You know the 3. You know 3 of all the things I said, they are don'ts. You don't do them now. Let's come. Just come. Yes, the 2. Come. The lady and the guy, come up here. Oh yeah, let's be fast. She was when I was supposed. Don't worry, another question is coming. I'm going to student.
The first thing is the examination malpractice.
Where is the guy? There was a guy in the class.
FUNAB has 0 tolerance for examination malpractice. Anybody that does examination malpractice, the first time will be sent home. So if that person do it, the second time the person will be expelled from school. The second thing is indecent dressing. FUNAB has 0 tolerance for indecent dressing. You don't use colored ribbon, you don't wear slippers. The third one is social vices, autism. So social vices refers to all the behavior that does not adapt with the norms and the regulation of the school. So,
thank you. Yep.
Although she has said many things about it, because according to what she has said earlier, okay, 3 don'ts. Pickpocketing, that is robbery, FUNAB has no tolerance for that. Hooliganism or thuggery, FUNAB has no tolerance for that. And also, FUNAB has no tolerance for examination malpractice. She has said that.
Thank you. Please, I've mentioned do's and don'ts. Help yourself. Always remember, do like this again. Wave your hand again. Do it very well. Whatever you finish with it now is in your hand. Thank you very much. God bless you.